Welcome to Twin City Talk. Today we're talking with Ramona Hanes with Miss Hanes Moravian Cookies. Welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me.
You are a staple in our city, especially at Christmas.
That's true. That's true.
I'm sure that's probably the bulk of your orders, I would imagine.
Oh, definitely. We probably do 85% of our business between October and December. You know, we make cookies year round, but that's when we are just crazy nuts busy.
I already know the story since I've known you forever, but can you share the story about, you know, the company starting and your family and all this?
Oh, well, it's a long story.
It's a great story,
and
though.
it goes back to 73 years, which is how old I am. But actually more than that, because my mother, well, she grew up helping her mother make them. Now, my grandmother Bertha made them in a wood stove. Now, my mother helped her, learned how to do it, and then when she got to not be well enough to do it, to handle it, my mother took over, and we then moved it to our downstairs kitchen at our house, and then we turned the den into a kitchen, and finally, in about 1969, we built the first version of the building that we're in now, which is located in the middle of my grandpa's old cow pasture. So we've never gone too far.
Yeah.
But I did grow up in the business, mixing up the dough by hand, and of course seen all the changes that have come along the way, which have been considerable. But it's been very interesting and rewarding and hard at times.
So I see you brought samples.
I did.
And I have not eaten today. So
Okay.
He's about to dig in.
I am wanting to try authentic Moravian.
All righty. I bought ginger and sugar and lemon. Those are our three best sellers. Personally, I love the black walnut the best, and the butterscotch, oddly enough. But
I love everything butterscotch. So.
Yeah,
but
I do
you are
love
welcome to
butterscotch,
have
too.
all you want.
Go for it.
All right, well, hand that back in his way.
It's ready.
I'll give you a live, on the spot critique.
Be
Which will-
kind.
which will
be
be-
kind.
well,
It will be good.
I know.
you shan't worry.
I know it. I don't. Actually, our cookie is sort of, we always say that it advertises itself because you taste one, you want more.
How many flavors are there?
We have 6 different
6?
flavors. It's the
Okay.
ginger, which is by far the most popular, which is fortunate for us because that's the one cookie that we can make ahead of time. We start making that in January because we sell out every Christmas. But we start making the ginger in January for the next Christmas. And it actually is better the older it gets. It's
Like wine.
It's like a fine wine. That's exactly right. And I love them when they're a little thick, too. We try not to get them very thick because we still make them by hand with rolling pins and cookie cutters.
I am so sorry.
You're having a hard time getting into that there?
Well, I'm doing it quietly. Is
Is that what you're doing?
Just bust it open.
Yeah, I'm just going to bust this thing
Bust
open.
it
Yeah, we usually give people scissors if they're going to
Oh, you don't have any scissors
because they
over
are
here.
sealed very tight.
They are.
Yeah.
That's sealed for freshness.
Exactly.
But
We're
there you
on
go.
lemon first.
The lemon.
Lemon.
As I said, I do try to pick out the thickest ones, but as I said, we do try to get them as thin as possible. But
Oh, my God.
I think that's a good review.
that's my daddy's favorite. He loves the lemon.
Is there any
You
feature
love-
of a different flavor, you think? Or?
Yeah. He likes lemon. My mother liked the sugar. I like the black walnut. But actually, I like whatever cookie I'm eating at the time. And occasionally, when I'm back there, if I sometimes will have to help pack to get packages sent off for Christmas, because, as I said, we get all our orders in just at once. So everybody has to pitch in doing whatever needs to be done. And so if I'm back there packing, I'll go, this really is a good cookie because I normally don't want to eat one.
Yeah.
And I can't smell them anymore when I walk in. Everybody comes in, it smells so good in
It
here.
does
It's
smell
like,
good in there.
I can't smell. It just gets used to it.
The walking sticks, sorry, the walking sticks that you brought in, they smell like cookies.
No, they do because they were at the bakery.
That's funny.
If I stay there long enough, I end up smelling like a cookie. I remember one time I was in an elevator and this woman's going, I swear, I smell pumpkin pie. I went, it's me. It's the ginger cookie.
That's funny. So your son is kind of in the business now too, right? What is he doing now?
Well, he actually, my mother gave me the presidency, and then I bequeathed the presidency to him. So
Okay.
he is now president. And my mother, she passed away about 2 years ago, but she was so glad. Jed's been there about, I guess, 6 years now, and she was so overjoyed that her grandson cared enough, to carry on the tradition.
You can tell
of
he really
making the
cares
cookies.
too about that business. You can tell he really cares about
He
that
does.
business.
He does. And so we're so fortunate to have him because things in a food business is very complicated. It's more complicated now than it even was 7 years ago. And thank goodness he's there to, handle all these forms and, the FDA stuff that you have to comply with and this NetSuite program we have to do the accounting and all this stuff. And it's just like, I think my brother and I would have just said, hey, this is the last straw on this camel's back. But fortunately, we have him, and he's so capable of handling things like that. And he's a wonderful writer. He likes to write, too.
I didn't know he'd like to write.
He wrote the family letter. We always have a family letter in our brochure, and he wrote it last year. And he wrote one this year that's just so spectacular. I can't wait for people to read it.
I want to read it now.
Yeah, just talking about, his dad. Because when Scott retired from the School of the Arts, that was my husband. When he retired, he had to work at the bakery. It's like if I was going to be still working, he was going to still be working. So he's going to be really missed this Christmas down there helping us out.
Yeah, so people probably don't know, but you can actually come and tour the factory.
Oh,
right?
yeah. We give tours. We just recently, I think it's going live today, there's a touring type of website that people can actually book online now to come and tour. Of course, they're welcome to still call us and whatever, but we'll be publicizing that a bit more as we get used to using it because I think it's going to work, and I think they think it's going to work, but we're testing it out at this moment.
I think it'll work.
Yeah, people can come and have an in-depth tour, which lasts about an hour, or you can just come and watch them rolling and cutting the cookies in our
really cool to
special
watch.
viewing area, and see them actually being handmade with the rolling pins and the cookie cutters. We still do it the way my grandma did it, except we don't use a wood stove. We do have electric ovens.
Speed things up. So what's all these years? What's been your favorite part about this business?
I guess it would be the fact of the gratification of doing a job well, and the joy that you get from trying to do your very best and to give incredible service, which is, our office help. They're just amazing. Most of them, come back year after year because we don't need them most of the year. But around, the October to December, we'll have about 11 or 12 people in there. And a lot of them have been coming back for 17 years, 15 years. So they know about our business, and they love talking to people because if you call us up, you're going to, is it delicious? You're going to try another flavor?
It is.
But, they call us up. They know about the business, and we love talking. You'll get a real person if you call us up. It's not an answer machine.
That's nice.
And, I have a feeling a lot of times people are putting us on speaker because they like to hear our Southern accents, and they get a big kick out of that. But I think it's just the gratification and joy of having a product that I'm so proud of and that we've never compromised the quality or the taste.
Yeah.
We still make it the same way. We've tried to do it with a machine. Wasn't the same cookie. And it was just more important to us to have a quality product than it was for us to make more money.
Yeah.
So, because we don't make a lot of money, that's sad. But you make a handmade cookie, you've got a lot of costume.
So
Which one are you eating now?
this is the ginger.
Oh, yeah.
So I've had all three.
Yeah.
I found scissors.
Oh, you
so-
did? Now, it's hard. Once you taste that ginger cookie, it's hard to taste anything else after that. It's we don't package any of our flavors together because the flavors would blend and they'd all end up tasting, sort of like a ginger cookie.
Yeah, because ginger is very,
Yeah.
lack of a better term, and pun probably intended, in your face.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
So which one's your favorite? The ginger? No. What?
All of them. How to read sign language.
Truly, though, if I was picking one of those, it would be the lemon.
The lemon? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
but now I know I've got to go try the butterscotch
butterscotch,
because
yeah.
I am a sucker for everything.
Yeah.
butterscotch.
That's
Oh
me
man,
too.
let me
I love
tell you, if
butterscotch.
you ever came by our bakery when we're making that butterscotch cookie, that is the one cookie I can smell
Oh,
because I mean
I bet
it
it's
is
great.
just overpowering. It's amazing.
So since now I have an in with you,
Mm-hmm.
can you let me know when this is going
Well,
to
you
happen?
know what? I'll be glad to do that.
Yes,
I will.
because I live on that side of town.
Oh, do you really? Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I live on the upper part of Old Salisbury Road.
Oh, all right. All
So-
right. Yeah, I tell people when they want directions to our bakery, I say, we're in the middle of nowhere.
But it's really not. I mean, it's easily
Well, it's
accessible.
it's Clemens address,
Yeah.
but we're in Davidson County, so we're sort of between Winston and
You're in
Lexington.
no
I
man's
guess
land.
we're in no man's.
Yeah.
In my, as I said, my grandpa's old cow pasture, so there we
Yeah.
are.
Oh, Friedberg Road is weird because like some's Winston, some's Clemens,
I
some's
know.
Forsyth County, some's Davidson County. It's
I
like,
know.
you
I
don't
think they
know.
had some people at Freeburg Church who were married there. Were married in Davidson County or something. I think they had to go back and get the marriage certificates
Oh, no.
because it was listed as Forsyth or Davidson.
Yeah.
And so I think they had to go get that amended at some
Oh my gosh.
But it's something. Yeah, one side of the street's Forsyth and one side's Davidson.
So I already know you're from here and you've been talking about this. So what's
Mm-hmm.
your favorite thing about Winston? What do you love?
My favorite thing about Winston would just be, I think, how much it's changed, like the downtown, and it's just, to me, that's so exciting. I always thought I would have enjoyed living in like a loft, downtown, and being able to walk to places, which, people can do now and have that sense of community, in this area. The main thing, though, I wish is that I was young. I wish I was younger and I could go to all these great bars and restaurants.
still do that?
No, I'm too old. I don't like to drive at night.
That's why you need to live downtown.
I know.
You
I
just
know.
walk right there, and then you can stumble back.
Exactly.
Use the walking stick.
There you go. Take a walking stick.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty great downtown.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's wonderful. And there's so many opportunities. And the arts. Of course, I love the Winston-Salem arts community. And, of course, I went to School of the Arts, for a while. My husband, that's where he taught. And then I did a lot of things at the Little Theater in Winston. And all those people that even 50 years ago, 60 years ago that I did shows with, I mean, they're still all my friends, which is crazy. I mean, it's just such a sense of community, I think,
I am
that I
the
enjoy.
one of two media sponsors for the Little Theater.
Are you really?
I
Okay.
produce their podcast.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
Yeah, well, I was back in the day. Now, this was way back when I first moved back home. I was 20. Well, I did my first play there, I guess, when I was like 17, and when Doris Partington was still there. My goodness, it was a long
They
time
just finished. Well, okay, they have one more week as the time of this recording for Oklahoma.
Yeah.
I saw the opening night version. It was amazing.
I know it's got to be excellent.
But this was the finish of their 90th season, and 91st season looks fantastic as well.
Wow, and that's something.
have they
I think I
announced
was
the
involved in
season?
the 50th celebration, and they had a picture on there of some people who did it, and it was like, I'm the only one still alive.
Oh man.
But that was back when, a long time ago.
What
But
did Scott teach over at the School of the
he
Arts?
was in the assistant dean of design and production.
Okay.
And the lighting was his main thing. He was the best lighting person that I ever had. You could actually see the people on stage. His lighting was so clear. And he did some things at the Little Theater too. And any time I ever did anything, like with Theater Alliance or whoever I did it with, he was always, come and do the lights, Scott.
Yeah, he did the lights for like the puppet shows.
Oh,
and all
yeah.
the stuff at
He did
Friedberg.
lights for all that. And he could make anything. He could build anything. And then later on, he was there for like, 40 years after he, in the end, he was with the film school. He actually sort of helped start the film school there
cool.
and did a lot of research into it and everything.
It's a great
But,
school.
yeah, he was a great teacher.
Yeah, definitely. Well, is there anything you want to share about, the business cookies that you want people to know?
Well, just come out and see us. You can always come in, taste some samples. of each of the 6 different flavors. Come take a tour. We'd love to have groups come in, and I know we're a part of the school system, especially the 4th grade kids who come in. They study the state symbols.
Forsyth or Davidson? School
Both,
system?
but
Okay.
anybody. We haven't come from Charlotte. We haven't come from all over. We have about 15,000 touring people a year. But this past year, the 4th grade at 2 of the schools here in Winston, Midway, and Arcadia, Freeburg, they petitioned for the Moravian cookie to become the state cookie. And so they wrote letters to the legislators, and it's passed in the House. And so we're waiting for it to maybe, pass in the Senate. They tried to do it like 4 years ago. But hopefully this time it'll get through. And
Do you know when that will happen?
As soon as the Senate, if they ever vote it in. But I'm ready with all my slogans. Savor the flavor of North Carolina.
I love that.
Come take a bite out of North Carolina.
Was it?
There's just so many possibilities for good PR.
Didn't you guys have Oprah or somebody that was?
Yeah,
talking about
Oprah.
your
Yes,
cookies?
we were one of her favorite things. And Quincy Jones is the one who sent her. He orders. Well, he passed away just recently, but he orders cookies for her every year and sent to a lot of famous people. And
Well, maybe Rashida will take that up and do it.
I know. I wish she would. I wish she would. They still ordered some this past Christmas, but not as many as they normally did. But I wish she would. But Barbara Streisand ordered our cookies 2 years ago,
Oh, that's
and I
cool.
mean, she was my idol.
Yeah.
I was just so impressed.
That's so cool. So do you guys ship nationwide, or is it?
Yeah, we ship all over the world.
All global. Okay.
If you want to pay for that overseas postage, go ahead. But
worth
it's like
it.
5 times the cost of the cookies.
It's going up though, yeah.
Oh gosh, I'll tell you.
Yeah. So how do you package them so they don't break since they're so thin? And
Well, we actually pack them the same way that I started packing them with my mother when we made them in our downstairs kitchen. They're still in those little plain red tins. We still hand wrap 8 stacks of cookies inside of it. And then we have a special shipping carton that, sort of cushioned on the sides. It's a very heavyweight, shipping carton. And we guarantee them, that they'll arrive in excellent condition. And the lemon is the hardest one for us to ship because it's a little porous, And so if United Parcels going to throw them around, you might have a few broken, but we package them very, very carefully. And of course the package says fragile on the outside, which we know everybody pays real attention to. Not.
yeah, I see all these videos with like
Yeah, I know.
drivers and dogs are like chase them, so they just throw the package.
And kicking them. Yeah.
And the box we use now is actually designed by Jed. We did have a much bigger box, and UPS went to having dimensional weights, which is what they started charging you the shipping on. It wasn't the weight of the package; it was how big the package was. So we actually, reduced it way in size, and Jed worked on it, and it's really nice packaging now. But our UPS bill is about $250,000 a year just to. And for a little company in the middle of nowhere, that seems like a lot to me.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
I bet you know your UPS person's name.
We do. Yeah.
How can people find out about their cookies?
We're on, a website, HanesCookies.com. On Instagram is Mrs. Hanes Cookies. And
I think your Facebook.
Facebook, yeah. That's at Hanes Cookies, I think. Hanes Cookies. Or if you just search for Mrs. Hanes Cookies. Yeah, and that's my newest thing I'm trying to do. I'm like an old dog trying to learn new tricks, which
You've
is
been
all this
posting great
social.
stories of everything that I love them.
I don't know. I'm sure nobody reads them.
I think a lot of people read
You
them.
think? I don't know, but it's sort of been fun writing them. And been interviewing my dad because he's 93 now, and I've been interviewing him, and people just adore him. I mean, people love
And share about your
hearing
mom's
him.
book. Share about your mom's book.
Oh yeah. My mother, she had breast cancer, and then after she had successfully fought that, she had brain. It moved up to her brain, and for many years she was able to control it with a gamma knife procedure, which is what they did. But They also gave her steroids. And this meant that she was wide awake and wide open at night. And so she started writing her life story. And it ended up to be about 850 pages. And she gave it to me and wanted me to edit it. And I started reading it, and I said, Mom, first of all, I don't think you will say this in public about people. and then I was going, and I can't condense this. But we got somebody who had done her cookbooks. Emily.
Sarah.
I
love her. She's great.
She's wonderful. And she could read Mom's writing. Now, Mom did type a lot of it on the computer, which is amazing, for her. But she edited it down. And as I said, I tell everybody to read it with a grain of salt because it sounds like I never kept my kids when they were growing up. It sounds like I kept Jed and Madison again today for Mona. I had Jed in church, and it's like, Mom, I was in the choir, okay? I was at church,
It's
too.
the same with you in the choir.
But he couldn't be in the choir with me. But anyway, everybody laughs about that. But
That's a good book.
It's very interesting, and it was good for me to read her stories because they're simple, but charming. And it was such a, interesting time, I think, for them to grow up, and see all the changes, to go from no indoor plumbing to where it ended up,
So we know your Facebook is Mrs. Hanes Handmade Moravian Cookies.
Okay, thank you.
On Instagram, you are Mrs. Hanes Cookies.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
And you are on Threads as well as Mrs. Hanes Cookies.
I'm guessing
Good.
Jade started that.
Thank you very much for sharing that. I'll give you some cookies when you come
Excellent. Yay.
And I'll call you about those butterscotch.
Oh, please do.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining
Thank you,
us.
Suzy. It's been so much fun. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Well, thank you everyone for listening. You can find us on Instagram and Facebook.
And yes, have some.
The views and opinions portrayed by guests on this podcast are not necessarily those of the distributors and hosting companies. And if you love this podcast, that's great, but don't think about stealing it. Reach out to us and talk about the content because it is copyrighted.